Well, joining us now is the former Labor Senator Stephen Conroy for a look at what's going to happen between Anthony Albanese and Xi Jinping tonight. So it's a positive move. It's only a first step. What can we expect to realistically come out of this?
Well, look, from an Australian side, what the starting point is lift the unjustified and outrageous economic sanctions that they've been using as coercion. And if they get that message, they're going to try and dress it up as if it's some, coming together, meet you halfway, halfway, just drop the sanctions, and then we can go back to actually having some genuine dialogue between the two countries. I mean, our national interests are peace and stability in our region. China have militarised our region, engaged in economic coercion against a range of our friends, allies around the Pacific region, and China's actions are what you've got to watch, not their words.
Yeah, well, Simon Birmingham said something similar on that. That's sort of funny talk, that halfway business, because what have we actually done wrong? We need to go full way, no halfway. Yeah,
exactly. China want to describe it for their own purposes, but Simon was dead right about this. They've got to pretend Australia's giving ground. Let them pretend.
Yeah.
We know we've not changed.
Yeah. Our message to their followers in the Communist Party that they're going to achieve something out of this. That's all that's about.
Exactly. I mean, they've given us the list of 14 demands, I think it was. Yeah. You've got to do this. Like, none of that's happened.
Can he be trusted? Can Xi Jinping, whatever happens here in these talks, can he be trusted?
No, not at all. He promised not to militarise the South China Sea. He promised to abide by international rules, obligations in Hong Kong, their own treaty. He's broken his word on everything of substance that matters.
Yeah.
But if we've got to go through the diplomatic dance, and you and I probably aren't big fans of diplomatic dances, but in the world, to keep everyone talking, you go through the diplomatic dance. But no, fundamentally, he can't be trusted. He's been backing Russia in. It's turning into a quagmire and disaster. Suddenly he's concerned about Russia's behaviour. He could have stopped this a long time ago if he really wanted to. His word isn't worth much until he starts abiding by the international rules.
Is the tricky point going to be, getting ahead of ourselves here? If we do, if the ice starts to melt a little bit between China and Australia, and we get rid of those trade bans, and then business opens up again, and China moves on Taiwan, which is still part of its ambitions, what do we do then?
Well, look, our whole strategy should be about trying to maximise leverage and pressure among all of the allies in the region, Japan, Korea, and all of that, to ensure that China get the message that the status quo is preferable to the alternative. We can, he'll do in the end what he decides is best for China. What we've got to do is send the strong and clear message: what's best for China is the status quo.
Yeah, but what if they don't abide by that? And, chatting with Matt Canavan a short time ago, and he mentioned what's to stop if he does wind back those trade sanctions? What's to stop him from putting them in place again?
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I say you can't believe words; you can only believe actions. They've watched the debacle in the Ukraine, tens of thousands of lives lost for effectively no outcome for Putin. And you would hope there's a message around China for that. But if Australia offends the Chinese faux offence and they slap those sanctions back on, that's why we shouldn't don't put this money in the bank. It's just extra. We've very successfully, and people said we couldn't do it quickly. We've diversified in many of those markets that we lost in China. Not everyone, and there's been harm, but we're in a situation where the Chinese can't be trusted to keep their word.
How's your cat going there, Stephen?
I tell you what,
you fought on bravely. You're fighting on bravely.
He's full on attacking the stand that the iPad's on.
No, but you're still making sense. I'm just having a little giggle here because our audience probably unaware that that's the cat there, but I can see the little tail there during the ad break. Yeah. What's your cat's name again?
Rafi.
Rafi, that's right. Rafi, he's a star. He's made some appearances in the past. Stephen, good to chat. We'll talk to you again next week as we get closer to the World Cup.